How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. As always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. It helps out, means a ton. You guys get plenty of fun stuff, not just One Piece. We cover plenty of manga on the channel, so stick around, check it out, see if anything else catches your interest. But with that being said, we got to get into it because we had some wild stuff going down with, yeah, you guessed it, my boy, in chapter 1038. He was literally sitting there looking at something that looks like the Grim Reaper. Okay? So there's a bunch of ideas going on about this. Everybody's taking it all kinds of different directions. It's basically pure speculation, especially because of the fact that, let's remember, it's One Piece, it's Oda, he does all kinds of wacky stuff. Not a whole lot of things are, like, really off the table here. So, yeah, where are we going with this? What are we doing with this? I personally don't have any, like, clear-cut road that I'm going down. Like, no, I'm on that path. That's where I think we're going. I got no idea what Oda's going to do with this. Like I said, it's Oda. It's One Piece. He could do plenty of things. But just to go over some, and to touch on what I think is kind of like the funniest and simplest right off the bat, it's Brook. So, the Grim Reaper, typically a skeleton. You could see the skeleton face on him. And yeah, Brook is a skeleton. We make all kinds of skeleton jokes and all kinds of stuff all throughout the series. And Zoro has lost a lot of blood, and he's been through a lot today. Remember, we led into this scene from Chopper talking about how that drug was given to him when he was already beaten and battered, and it gave him all those regenerative abilities, but the damage he took was going to be amplified afterwards, and they took all that damage in the fight with King and all of this. So yeah, not looking good. And there you go. He's taken a ton of damage, lost a lot of blood. You could honestly see Oda just being like, yeah, that's Brook in front of him, and he's hallucinating because of how much blood he has lost, and he's on the verge of death. So yeah, he sees Brook and thinks it's the Grim Reaper. It's possible, okay? It would be hilarious. I kind of want to throw a little bit of a wrench in it, because isn't Brook, like, fleeing with Robin right now? Like, isn't he trying to help her get away from CP0? I know CP0 has been distracted, and they've been separated, and there's an amount of time in between when they were last seen and now, but yeah, I think Brook's kind of doing his thing with Robin. But it's possible. Maybe. Maybe Zoro's just hallucinating. Now, Zoro could also just be hallucinating without that being Brook. Zoro still lost a ton of blood and everything else. I think that would be a little strange to just throw these scenes of Zoro in here hallucinating about the Grim Reaper or whatever. Be a little bit off base, but who knows? We'll see where Oda goes with it. Possibly not a hallucination. What are some other things we could get into? Enma, the king of the underworld. Zoro saying, fine, I'll become the king of the underworld, fighting against King and all of this stuff. The Grim Reaper being synonymous, well, maybe not synonymous, but kind of related to the underworld in many ways, and he brings up those deathly and underworldly thoughts at least, even though I guess the Grim Reaper could come get you, kill you, I guess, to take you away, but then couldn't he let you go up too? Like, just because the Grim Reaper comes for you doesn't mean you're going, like, down. You could still go up, right? Either way, does not matter. Still, there is that connection and that thought that he does bring up with Enma and King of the Underworld. So is this just a further step in Enma's tests for Zoro? Is Zoro putting out all that Conqueror's Haki not the final thing that he needed to prove to Enma? Possibly. Maybe. We've already seen Enma do some weird stuff, like just stealing Haki, so you never know. Honestly, this could be some mental thing for Zoro with Enma. There's a connection that's been made between swordsman and sword, and now we're doing some whole, like, Bleach inner world, like, I don't know, some weird stuff. I, for one, wouldn't really be opposed to this idea of it being another test that Enma has set forth for Zoro. It could be something more of, like, on an internal side, like, show me your resolve, show me your will, show me your fearlessness, all of these kinds of things. Because there was a point in the Zoro and King fight where Zoro was losing a little bit of that confidence. He was like, can I win if I don't figure out, like, what's going on here? Like, there was some stuff there, and yeah, you could say Zoro overcame it by turning it around, but maybe Enma wants to test to make sure we're not going to let little things like that happen again. Very possible. So, maybe it's not Enma. We're getting a little kind of Bleachy territory with swords and wielders and inner worlds and all this kind of weird, like, metaphorical, non-physical stuff. Maybe we're not going that route. Maybe it is the Grim Reaper. Who knows? Once again, going back to the whole fact that Chopper was talking about him taking the drug and then the effects and damage being multiplied after it wears off. Taking a lot of damage, lost a lot of blood. Probably on the verge of death. When does the Grim Reaper show up? When you are on the verge of death and dying. So yeah, that could be a thing. I don't know how that works. Does Zoro then fight the Grim Reaper? I kind of doubt it. I don't think Zoro's in a condition to fight right now. I think he's kind of, people have a physical limit they are not going to go past. I think Zoro's kind of hit that limit twice now within the span of Onigashima. I don't think he's getting up and having a 1v1 duel with the Grim Reaper, the Lord of Death, whatever you want to call him, whatever this thing is. I don't know if that's really happening. So it's hard for me to really go out on the limb and say, I think this is the Grim Reaper. Like I said, I have no idea where we're going with any of this, but it's fun to talk about, speculate, conversate. Obviously gives me a chance to talk about him, so why not? Anyway, yeah. It's so confusing. Why does Oda do these things? Something I do want to make sure and bring up in this video, however, real quick. Is Zoro actually gonna die? This is a question I've seen a couple different times, once even in the Discord. Go check it out. Anyway, no, I kind of doubt it. I'm not just saying that because he's my favorite character and I don't want him to die. I'm saying that more from a storytelling perspective. What does Zoro dying here and now provide? It's a death. Yes, it's a death of a character that we've got to know and love for a long time. He's a Straw Hat. The crew would be super sad. Everybody'd be super sad. But what... Is this an impactful death scene? Zoro barely wins against King and then blasts himself back up onto the side of Onigashima to just die out there from his wounds? What? What? Like, that is... How is this, like, a good, impactful death to put in the story? Like I said, I'm not saying this because he's my favorite character and I don't want him to die. I could imagine a good death scene for Zoro, something impactful with the crew around when it's happening, a sacrifice that he makes that actually ends up killing him, even though he's been able to make these physical sacrifices and come back. Well, not come back, but not actually die, even though he should have a couple different times. Either way, doesn't matter. Yeah, he could make this sacrifice and it actually is the end. There could be some impactful stuff. There could be things built up towards a phenomenal death scene for Zoro, to be frank. It could be phenomenally well done. This is how we kill. That would be so damn lame. I would actually be mad. If I got a good death scene for Zoro, I would be kind of mad, but I would also appreciate the fact that he got a phenomenal scene, as he rightfully should if he is gonna die, which I honestly doubt he will even die by the end of the series. But especially not now. From a storytelling perspective, it would not be good writing, it would not be good setup, it would not be a good death scene. I'm sure Oda could put some stuff in there in between now and when he does, but no. That's weak sauce. That is lackluster. That is not the quality that we deserve for something like that. So no. Either way, with all of this being said, I have absolutely no idea what is going on here. Who knows? Maybe Zoro's gonna get sucked down into the underworld and actually have to prove that he can be the King of Hell. I have no idea. But I can safely say that Oda is sitting back just cackling to himself, and he has been, probably ever since the fan translations went out. Like, those guys know fan translations are a thing. He has been cackling ever since those things have gone out, just knowing how much all of us are sitting here wondering what in the hell is going on. You know Oda loves it. But either way, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Is this him just hallucinating Brook or not Brook? Is this some test from Enma? Does he actually have to go down and prove that he can be the King of Hell? Did the Grim Reaper just hear him say that when he beat King? Like, hold my beer, let's go. Hell no, you gotta prove that. Like, did he just decide to pick a fight because he heard what Zoro said about being the King of Hell? Who knows? It's One Piece. Anything's possible at this point. I'm not even lying. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed the speculation, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I love talking to everybody, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully we get a few answers to this next chapter. I hope we don't spend like 5 chapters not touching on this. I want to know what is going on. It's not even that I'm worried. I'm just curious. I just want to know the truth. Is it the Grim Reaper? Is it not? Is it Brooke? What is going on here? I am so confused, and I don't honestly like being confused in this case. Because I don't even have a good way to speculate in a direction. Just give me a direction, Oda. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here before I keep rambling. I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.